This gate works great as a first line of protection against falls, right? Because you wouldn't want the kids to take a tumble down the stairs. Now you got to make sure you lock it, because otherwise it'll be flimsy, and my 3-year-old can squeeze through there. So you got to make sure you lock this thing. Oop. There he goes, it's locked. So now, you know, a little flimsy, but it still keeps him in. It discourages him from trying. Now, again, this is just one line of defense. The best line of defense is obviously paying attention to your kids. Don't lose track of them. Know where they're at. I know that, you know, some people might want to, you know, use this as the only way to protect them, but you know, we have one down there so they don't come up here, and we have this one here. The one down there, you know, it doesn't get out of the way. It's always in the way. This one is pretty cool because just click that, unhook it, and it's gone. All right, nothing to do with it. It's not too unsightly. Sorry about the mess. You know, and then when you're ready, you just grab it, pull it, and you're good to go. You can do it with one hand. Some people say you can't. You can. You know, just go. That's about it. I mean, it does what it's supposed to. But again, this is not a replacement for watching your kids, right? Because I've had instances where my 3-year-old has managed to move this. He knows how to do it. I tried to, you know, dissuade him from messing with it, but he knows that if he messes with this, at some point he can get this thing to undo. But again, by then I'm usually already aware that he's by the stairs and he's trying to do something he's not supposed to, and I'll come out and correct him. But otherwise, it's a great little thing, and it's out of the way. That's the main thing. It's just gone versus that thing over there, which works, but you know, it's always in the way. It's always either going to be closed or open. It's going to mess with the other stuff around it. So if I had the chance, I would probably buy another one of these and put it down there. But it's a great little fence or gate or whatever you want to call it.
I just installed the Easy Baby pet gate for our dog, and this is the retractable 55-inch opening gate. I'm so impressed with this. I want to get a 71-inch opening for our kitchen, which is where we keep him when we have to go away. It's really easy to operate. You unlatch. In order to operate it with one hand, you have to make sure that it is fully retracted. You push the button here and pull out without stopping, because if you stop, it's going to get caught. There's that. And that. All done. Very easy to operate with one hand. I'm very impressed with not only the product, but the customer service. I bought a damaged box product of this gate, and it did not have all the hardware in it. The company was so quick about sending out the hardware, an extra set of hardware for me, that the hardware was received before the gate. Yep, there's Red wanting to come out. Come on out, buddy. Come on. And now he can be out on the deck with us. It is New Year's Day 2020, and we have snow on the ground. It gets pretty cold here, so I'm anxious to see how the gate holds up in the snow. If you have a dog, this is enough to keep him distracted from running off the deck, which is what we wanted. If you have a dog that will push through things and jump over things, this might not be a good solution for you, but it works well for us. Very impressed. I can't wait to get the one for the kitchen. Thank you, Easy Baby.
Here's the gate installed. As you can see, this side hinges here, this screw on the wall, and there's a little snap that goes in there. You slide this out to make it more stronger. There's 4 of them. There it is. To open the gate, you slide this back up. This is very hard to slide for kids. If they're 4-year-old or older, I'm assuming they might be able to, but 4 or 5-year-old, I don't think you have any problem going up and down the stairs. You can see how steep my stairs are. Basically, you slide this out, you lift this up, and the gate should open. But here's the one thing: there is a backup. You gotta slide that out, but it still doesn't open because there's a backup in. There's a backup holder here. You can see you gotta get this up, and then the gate opens. It's pretty how wide it is. Okay. To close it back, you just lift this up. It closes, it clears. This will slide out. You can see it will hold it from the other side. There's more room here. The gate opens out. And then you can see, in order to lock this, you slide this back, push it down, and then it clamps down. But you can see the bottom part. You can actually use your feet and you just sort of push it down. Whatever, however you want to do it. There you go. Very steady. There it is. I would say my opening here is about, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I'm about 3.5 feet long. Great. Does the job. Sorry about my kid yelling in the back. He's just having fun. There it is. Hopefully this review helped any families who are worried about how strong the gate is. It is very strong. I'm actually giving it a good tug. You can see it's holding up. I would say if your 2-year-old is running at 25 miles an hour, you can probably push it. But if he's just standing in front of it, I don't think it's gonna move. I didn't even make it that tight, but if I keep screwing this back, it's gonna make it more tighter. But this is mainly for my 2-year-old, but not to go down. So we are good. Hope you like it. Bye bye.
Alright guys, so just recently purchased a pet safe pet door. Installed it in a doghouse I made. So basically, I was reading some of the reviews before I bought it, but you know, I saw some people were having issues with it and you know, giving it bad reviews, but they weren't exactly understanding how to install this door. So basically, here is the instructions. Mine's gonna be an extra large, and as you can see right here, it's pretty big cutout. But as you can see here, once you place it and you do the cutout, you don't see the bolts anymore. They're overlapping the bolts. You see that? And basically what you have to do is the bolts here do not go bolted onto the wall, and they don't go bolted to the door. So these bolts are not gonna go through the wall or the door you're using. These are actually gonna sit freely between the frame and the cutout. So my cutout is right here. And basically this bolt is going to be right next to the cutout, and it's going to run through inside of here, inside these two pieces. So if I was to take this plastic off, you'll see the bolt running through there freely. It's not attached to the wall. So like I said, that's why the cutout is a little bit bigger. And I've had some people on the reviews saying that they try to bolt these or drill the bolt in there to try to run it through the wall or the door, and it's not going to work. That's not how designed to do that. And I've learned that through the hard way. I was trying to figure it out as well. But yes, these basically are gonna sit right outside the cut. My cut, it's like right here, so it's really close to the bolt, my cutout. And then this bolt's in right next to it. Same thing with this one right here. It's sitting on top of the cutout. My cutout is right here. Seeing that all the way around here, and it's really sturdy. I don't have any gaps. You just gotta measure it correctly to cut this piece correctly. You're probably gonna have an issue trying to put it together. You just gotta have some patience. Mine finally came out pretty good after a while. Other than that, it's pretty good. It's a good doggy door. It's flaps, and you know, it locks in place with a magnet. And there you go.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this fast. This is the plastic pet door. We use the little cutout guide here. You got your small and your medium, and then there was a large. Well, we don't need the large because this is medium. So when we cut it, we put this up on the door, and we taped it down like that. And I mean, it's pretty darn close. And on the sides, it's pretty close. See? Okay, let's see. Anyway, it's pretty darn close. This is the problem. When I went to go drill the holes, look at how close the holes are. See there? That's just not going to work. And if I pull it over anymore, this is going to happen. Look, there's no way. I mean, even if I pull that over, one side's going to be without any support, if you see what I mean. And then these screws, that one just popped out somewhere. There it is. These screws are junk. Look at them. They're just flimsy junk. So I recommend going and getting some better screws, and if you're going to go by this guide, cut it smaller so that you can screw these through the door so that there will be some support. There you go. Hope this helps everybody.
This gray gate is the one that I just purchased. I thought it was a shorter version of this white one that I got. I don't know if you can tell how easily I move that, and comparably, like one thumb, sorry. It is very easy to move. Like if I had it like this, which was what the plan was for, the rabbit can just barely has to do anything. Or if it was on that side, it does not take much to open it, as opposed to this one that's a little more difficult. I know it's taller, but it is way more solidly constructed. This is I'm returning it. It's very lightweight and useless unless I want to drill it into a wall or something, which I'm not going to do. So, disappointed, yes. And for the price, absolutely ridiculous. I will be buying the shorter version of this one. In my description of my review, I'll look it up and see what this one is. Because, no, yes. Yes. I hope this helps.
We really enjoy using this gate. It has allowed us to manage to put this gate up even though our wall surface is not flush with the floor because we have floorboards. And we got one extra wide, all right, to allow us to expand further. This keeps my exercise room free of the dogs, so that their dog hair is not getting all over my exercise equipment, and so that they don't rush us when we come in the door with groceries or what have you. The handle is very simple. It is a pull lift. You can pull it in towards yourself, or you can pull and open it outward. Now, if you open it outward and you leave it, it will stay. However, if you're just walking through, let's just say, whoosh, you walk through, here it comes. It does close on its own. It's a great gate. The first one we purchased is a smaller one that we use just for a stairwell. It keeps the dogs from going upstairs. The cat manages to get her own way up. We don't worry too much about her. But it keeps the dogs from going upstairs. They do have a tendency to like to use the landings as a spot to relieve themselves if they get too excited, rather than being patient enough to let us know they have to go outside. So with this here, they know not to have any accidents in the rest of our living area. So these gates have really been handy, and they work terrific, as you can see again here. We've had to use it in an area where the wall part up here is a different distance from where the floor would be apart. It works really great. You use this to tighten it. When people say that they can't get the door to line up properly, is because they have not tightened these. You tighten them by turning them. You can loosen this by turning it, this little flower-shaped wheel right here. You have to tighten these, all four of them, properly so that this will fall into place. But it is a very, very effective product, and it works great. It's going to hold up for a very long time, and we love it.
This is the North States baby gate, and I want to show, describe what happened here with this baby gate. It was working out very well until one day this little guy here, the Minkin, went running right into it, and these bars here are very, they come apart, they're flexible, they move. I'm trying to show you here. They're very moldable, very flexible, very easy to move. So even though they are spaced, they're close enough together, the distance is close enough together that the little doggy's head wouldn't fit, but because they move, my little doggy's head did fit through the gate, and it got stuck. So I no longer let my little dog behind this gate without me being right here. But then what happened later is this other little doggy here, the same thing happened to her a little while later. So second time around that this has happened, so I'm leaving a review because I think this is dangerous, that it can be moved so easily. I checked this other gate here that I have by a different manufacturer. It's a Munchkin, and it's a lot sturdier. It's a lot sturdier than this one here. See that? Can be moved very easily, which makes it very dangerous for these doggies.
We got this gate to replace a shorter one that they respected that they shouldn't go over it. So we felt like some of those reviews that talked about their dogs getting through it wouldn't really apply here. Your dog definitely could go under this if they really wanted to, or destroy their way through it. It's definitely not something to keep your dog out of a space they really want to get into. But for us, it works really well. It's just as described. It takes a little bit to get used to opening and shutting it without using both hands, just to make sure that you're getting it on both of the hooks, but I think that that will come nicely with time. And then when it's in its place, it just rolls up in there. It's not too fast that it like whips around, but it's very nice that way. And then this is the part that takes a little bit of getting used to, but it continues to get easier. And then you can do the lock right here. and this means it's not going to pull out anymore. But when it's not locked, or even when it is, they definitely could go underneath or push it down over if they really wanted to. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend for kids or dogs that truly are trying to get through it. But if you have a barrier that has been established as a barrier they don't go by, but just need a reminder, this is exactly what you're looking for.
This is the baby retractable gate. You have two sides. This is the side where they have the slats, and this is the gate lock. So they actually have a lot of different type of settings. This depends on what you have available at your house. Up here you can see that there is the unlock, and then the press. So when you have to have it unlocked, then you can pull it, and you can hook it to the side and hook it down to the other side. So this is what it looks like. So that is at the unlock, so you can pull it in and out. If you put it in the lock, you will push and then you turn to the lock. Then as this one, now you cannot pull it to unlock it. All right, so you have to push, turn it back, and now you can unlock it. Pretty easy to do. It's just a little bit hard when you trying to figure out which setting you need, depending on what wall you have.
My doorway space was a little bit small. That's why I use extra clamp to fix it. And I don't use here the other thing. I don't use it, but it's heavy, look like heavy, and see, and also I use two pin here, one pin this side and another pin other side. Where's the pin? Here, right there. So that it can't move. The product is really good, and price is reasonable, and I am satisfied for that. Thank you.
There seems to be some confusion about whether this gate is a purely pressure-mounted system or if you can use screws to mount it to, in this case, a door jamb. In this configuration, it's a purely pressure-mounted system. The rubber feet butt up against the door jamb on both sides and below. This is fine for application in this current configuration in this doorway, whereby if a kid pushes it down, not much can happen to him other than a few bumps and bruises. But in a safety critical application, such as at the top of the stairs, you would want to use the plastic cups and screws supplied to hold the gate much more securely. The screw goes through the hole and into the wood or stud and prevents the gate from being pulled down and toppling. Here the plastic cup is installed and the rubber foot inserted into it. The gate is much more secure, not as likely to collapse and allow a toddler to fall downstairs. The installation kit comes with 4 plastic cups and screws, as well as directions on how to properly mount the plastic cups. You would obviously not want to go into drywall with these, preferring rather to go into a stud if you were going to mount at the top of stairs.
Oh boy. This is that strap. Lady's just laying there looking at the kitty.
So we put up this dog gate because we have to keep our newest puppy away from our older babies who are just not enjoying having a puppy in the house. This gate has been really easy for us, just a light lift and close. Totally keeps them separated. Because we are in a pier and beam home, we have not had a lot of success with it closing on its own. If we do not snap it closed, it just sort of lays there and I can just lift it and put it on, which is absolutely not a problem. Also, the gate goes both ways, turns in or out. Very stable. We're really super happy with it. Absolutely. If our house was completely level, I think that everything would go swimmingly. We did use the little extra pads down here, the little grippers on the floor to secure it because we have to put it above the trim there. But otherwise, it works really great. We are really thankful we have it.
Come on, honey. Come on. Come on. Good girl. One more. Yay! Nope. We're still working on that one. Products work really well. This is the gap people complain about, but it's fine. Snaps into place, locks at the bottom. If you just twist this far out enough, this closes up. So if I twist this less and bring it in, this opens up and it's not secure. So the tighter this is to the object that it is secured up against, this locks. Safe, pretty sturdy.
This took me about 3 minutes to install. It's the first one that works because the stucco is crooked and it's not level either. So these levelers are super easy to adjust. And it's really easy to open. It'll be perfect for dogs, but I think a smart kid could open it because you just pull and you kind of pull up just like 1/8 of an inch. But I love it. Sorry for the nighttime video.
So this is actually a pretty nice gate, and it completely stays in place. At most, this might pull forward just a little bit, but I've never had it once pop off the wall. Something I do want to point out here is that the cat gate, there's normally a door right here, and if you're going to keep this open all the time, then the gate sticks out of here and it kind of gets in the way. So what you can do is pull down on the pins and pop that gate out, and that's exactly what I did. Other than that, it opens up both ways, and it's a really well-made gate. Everything's metal except for this here. This top part here is plastic, and you can either pull this back and close it if you want to make it quiet, or you can just pull it like that and close it. And this is actually pretty large. You want to go through there, Zale? Go through the hole. Zale, go. He's looking at me like, no way. But he's like a 30-pound French bulldog, and he can fit through that door. So it's fairly large. So if you have a small dog, they will be able to get through.
So here are the instructions. It says, while holding the gate, place the locking bar towards you. That did that. Press down on the locking bar. This will pressurize the gate in the opening. Okay, here's the gate in the opening. My dog's sniffing. It is set to the measurement. Now it says press down on the locking bar. This will pressurize it. Of course, it does nothing. It's not attached to anything that will do anything. So press down and it will pressurize it. No, it doesn't. There's nothing to pressurize. It's just a bar that slides. It's not going to fill the space. Total piece of crap.
Okay, don't mind the dirty kitchen floor I need to mop, but just installed my summer infant decorative wood baby gate. It's supposed to go up to 60 inches. My living room space, this is living room, kitchen, needed it to cut off the kitchen. It's 59 inches across. As you can see here, it is kind of bowing a little bit, and this isn't secure enough because you can clearly see that my 3-year-old and 18-month-old can, I mean, if they wiggled it hard enough, it doesn't take much. I'm barely moving it. These would just pop off. So we'll be returning. I haven't even bothered to undo the latch there because I'm gonna return it.
Hi everyone, I wanted to do a quick unboxing of this railing safety net. This is how it arrives. When you open it up, you have 3 things. First, it just comes with your instructions. It's pretty basic to set up. I got this for a banister in my house that my kids are always dropping stuff through from upstairs to downstairs. So hopefully this will fix that. It's got a pretty good mesh. It's I'd say about 3 feet tallish. It's got these little holes where you can connect it with these zip ties. So I'm not a huge fan of connecting to zip ties, but honestly I don't know how else you could have it universally attached to pretty much anything, including the banister. But it's fairly long. This is a 10 foot by 3 foot, and this is what will save my downstairs floor from falling toy cars. Thank you.
Briley, show us your trick.
Show us your trick.
Show us your trick, Briley.
She's like, no, I don't want to do my trick anymore.
Show us your trick, Briley. What's your trick?
To bark?
So it's pretty easy to use. I mean, it's very one-handed, easy. Locks in every time you let it slam. You just push down, pull up with your other fingers, and pull out. It's not meant to go the other direction, so it works. So we didn't have any problems with this side where it's drilled into our cabinet. But we did have to add anchors, drywall anchors, into this side because it came out of the wall. Other than that, it's good. It's got a pretty small lip to step over. But overall, we like it, and then it does have the stay open feature as well.
here's the baby gate I got to keep my dogs out, and I don't recommend this. We ordered 3. It's not working properly. As you can see, it opens pretty easily right there. I'm not even hitting the button. You're supposed to be doing that to unlock it, but it doesn't matter if it's out of alignment. There we go, it's out of alignment. Also, as you can see right here, it's not very strong, it's very flexible, and that's with it pushed to its limit. And here's a major contribution to it. As you can see, there is a bigger gap at the top than at the bottom of where the door is. We ordered 3.
The pack comes with 2 Ziploc tags of dog bells on a strand and a clicker. Bells up already on the door. As you can see, they're hung, and you have to see the quality. Look at these bells. They're loud, which is good when you're training, and you don't have to worry they're not going to fall off at all. But they clamp and click on just by a snap. Super easy on and off. I really like them, and I think they're definitely worth the money that you spend, and they work.
Doing it with one hand. It's a little hard, but you can do it. It's just not easy. There we go. So you can do it with one hand. It just takes a lot of effort. So you don't want things in your hands when you're having to open and close it. Other than that, it works great.
I already bought 3 of these. I wish I could get my money back, or at least I could replace them. But they're easily break. The kids can break them. This don't function right. It's really bad.
Fudge. Trash.
Go in. Go in.
Took us less than 5 minutes to install. Stay in there.
Keep him out of.
I recognized her. She used to be married to Walter Vanderbilt.
Why?
You coming?
We bought this gate in order to put in my daughter's doorway to keep her in her room as she's transitioning to her big girl bed, and we love it. It is so nice. It's tall, so it works for the taller than average toddler that we have. It also has several things you have to do in order to open it. It's not just a pull-up or just a button. Very nice. Easy for an adult to open one-handed, but difficult for a toddler to figure out. I also like that bottom. You can make it so that it can only swing in one direction if you wanted. We actually have it set up so it can swing in both directions. It's slim, so we were actually able to make it so that you can have the door closed. Great design.
I am super excited. My safety gate arrived today, and I plan on using it for my golden doodle. I absolutely love it. It looks nice. It was easy to put together. You lift here and open it, and if you pull it all the way back, it stays. Very easy to put together. Just tighten these on the side, and there you have it.
pull and lift, and it goes either way. Pull and lift, and it goes right back.
That's cool.
So you like the new gate?
Are you stuck?
You're stuck. Up is stuck. Up is stuck. Up. Stuck.
Choo-choo, Daisy. Come here. Come on. Come on, Daisy.
What you want?
TJ, ring. Ring. Good boy.
Good boy.
Another piece of twine and wrap it around to make a mop.
TJ, ring.
Cut off the extra twine,
Yeah.
then hot glue gun it onto a dowel.
Good boy. Good boy, ring.
Boy. You gotta go potty? Good boy. Good boy.
You want to jump?
Marshall, what do you want? Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh. Go potty outside. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, Cairo.
This feels so good.
Good boy.
Feels so good out here, Mommy.
Good boy. Okay, so I've just installed the gate and it was really easy. I'm probably going to be moving it around a little bit, so I didn't put the discs, but there's discs that you can just put in the wall right here. And these will fit in and the discs just stick. They have a backing that sticks to your wall and they stick in there, but this is how you tighten the gate right here. You just tighten it to your liking, I guess. And one of the things it suggests is leaving this tag on until you're all done, which I thought was a really great idea so that that gate's not swinging open and closed while you're doing it. So let's see how it works here. Looks like you pull this and lift. So that's pretty easy. All right, so and it just latches back. All right.
Ring the bell. Good girl. Ring the bell. Good girl. Sit. Paw. Good boy. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Good boy. Good boy, Blue.
Duncan, come here, baby.
Unlock and lock. One hand.
Perfect gate, keeps the kids out, easy to open. Push that, pull up, close it, push it down, and it snaps back in. Perfect. Go get you one. Great price.
I use it mostly like this. I don't lock it because I have little dogs. But it works great. It's nice, lightweight. I have it nice and firmly in. Didn't quite know what to do at the bottom of them against the baseboard, but I couldn't fit one of those things in. I'll just have to touch up the paint before I leave. That's it. Works really, really well. Highly recommend it. And it's quiet.
Okay, so I've seen reviews that say that it's hard to open this with one hand, but really it isn't. There you go, one hand. Close it again. Easy. There you go. If you want to close it, you could just push it down. Not as easy as the old model, but not hard either. Just have to get used to it.